And we are back. So, we have a ladder. But where do I find the ladder? Okay, so there's also like a 1, 2, and 3 here. Don't know what that is. Okay, let's yeah. Oh, god damn it. Okay, so you land here. That's where you guess. No? Maybe... So, when I'm here, there's one of those bubbles. Something again. I don't know what I'm supposed to do or not. Even here.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots.
Then what? Right. This way.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
What do I need to put this way or that way? It's just
There's something in the pocket.
Louis, please, just give me one more week. I know I owe you, but I'm on the water like everyone else right now. I don't have enough stock to operate the bar smoothly. With the first snooping out the port, with the first snooping about the port. But don't worry, I've struck a deal, a nice deal, with the proper people. I have, should have, I should have a steady channel supply channel soon. Okay, just one more week, and I'll return everything with double interest. Peter.
The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have gotten far.
If you hear some weird music, I am sorry, it's the neighbors playing their stupid music again. So it goes down, but I'll go up for a minute, just to see if there's something else. No? Okay, well then I go down. Small blood here, no blood here, that was just... No. Go up there again.
The door won't budge.
Right, and we are going to do this, because, you know,
The door won't budge.
because I need not to go. What the hell is this? What the hell is that? Are you kidding me? How can I defend myself if I don't have... Ah! What happened? Holy shit, that's big. Still after me? So it's not a thing anymore.
Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong.
Oh, okay. Just like that. Got it. There's this thing still in there? No. Well, kind of. So I really hope I don't get fucking copyright strike because of the fucking dumb neighbors.
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
mind place? Lewis, the Insulator, was killed by Albert Throckmorton. Maybe hiding in the park at Pilgrims. Okay. Oh, there's nothing else. What was that though? Is it gone? Oh, I guess it's gone. Okay. Right? That's weird, right? But hopefully what? Oh, well, I found the needle bar. That's the one.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere. Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure. Ugh, I'll miss the Carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closure.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I've seen some unsettling creatures around, like nothing I've ever encountered. What are they?
So you met a wild beast, newcomer. No one knows what they are, but consider yourself lucky to still be in one piece. They arrived in the flood. Some say they come from the sea. Others that they are Kay's punishment for us.
And what do you say?
If it bleeds, you can kill it. Keep your gun handy. And if you want to erase the memory, I sell a perfect cure right here. Remember, better to be a coward and live than brave and dead. Unless you're a newcomer.
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah, even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
I feel good deed for the day. Bye. So I do have a lot of gunpowder, but no bullets.
Come closer, troubled soul. Let me tell you what your future holds.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
All right, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you. I don't smoke.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. Let me focus. The sea will be generous in the coming days. Many gifts delivered, and many will regret partaking.
I don't think I follow.
I see old and new. A hard heart against an iron will. Whoever wins, you win too. But you'll only see that from inside a metal cage. And tall pillars circled by the dead. A race from one to the next as time itself laughs.
Okay.
I think I'd like my bullet back.
No.
It is what it is.
Don't.
The truth will out
It's
soon.
not what I want.
Me, I just caught an early glimpse.
Maybe some
Why do I feel like I got scammed?
explanation.
Embrace your fate. Embrace your fate.
Okay.
What the? Get them! Oh! What the? Get them! Oh! Hey, who are you? What are you doing?
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now.
Okay.
But no, if you
Go
reach for
with
your
the
gun,
ape?
you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a
a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out I was right.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
What kind of... why do you... your face, it's,
Oh, so you're here to attack me just 'cause I look different to you? Wanna spit on me, whisper to your friends? What's new?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know how to ask. I've just never met someone like you before. I didn't mean any offense.
Innsmouther's bodies were blessed by the Sidhe. You're gonna see a lot of us here, so you better get over it. We are proud of who we are.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
I won't tell him. Everyone seems to agree there's been an outbreak of madness around these parts. I'm inclined to believe you fell victim to it too. Plus, it seems heartless to tear apart a family after what you've been through already.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Reed. Thank you.
That said, the port's still closed. What will you do?
Hide here, I guess. Don't have a choice. The streets are flooded with police.
I'll make something up to tell Throgmorton. Leave as soon as you can.
Thank you again, sir. I won't forget this. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Psychic influence or not, Lewis was out to murder Albert Throgmorton. He had a motive, too. The mutual hatred between the Innsmouters and the Throckmortons. I must delve a little bit through the truth to bring the murderer to justice. Or do you? You know, I don't. Because that's just how I do things, you know? Let's see, rust, no. Ooh, that's pretty. That's a pretty lighter. Let's see. Again, I am sorry for the thing that I'm probably going to get a strike because of the fucking neighbors are fucking idiots. Well, I mean, just if I get a strike, I'm going to get my money from them. Done deal, you know? You're the ones who, to fucking use it. So, yeah.
Mr. Throgmorton, I've encountered something,
What? I don't have all day.
some unusual creatures, and they sure weren't friendly.
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat surprised to see you still alive. Those unsettling things appeared after the flood. I've commissioned a few studies on them, but we know little more than when we started. They're aggressive, but fortunately, not immune to gunfire.
Yeah, I learned that firsthand.
Try to avoid them when possible, and when you can't, keep your weapons handy.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No. I don't believe it. No.
I've tracked down your son's murderer.
Where? Who is he?
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Kay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster.
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
You think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear, Reed. You do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throgmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here, Mr. Reed. After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills. I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
Yes, yes you did. Guessing I need to go to the... I still have like a team right somewhere. I don't know where I should get today. Library, City Hall. There's nothing there, nothing there. And yeah, let's see. What's this? Hospitals, Mary, what's this? Devil Breeds Hotel. It's an asylum, we probably have to break out of it. And that's their manner. Got it. Okay, so don't know how to get there, but we will get there, I guess. Okay. No. I'm guessing through here. I'm guessing not. Cups are about somehow I can just walk. Yes. Right down. Let's see. Robert Throckmorton founded an expedition to discover the origins of the mass hysteria gripping Oakland. The expedition was to explore the seabed near Oakland. Contact with the expedition was soon lost. Albert Throckmorton was the only known survivor. He was subsequently murdered. I was hired to find any other expedition members, dead or alive. Throckmorton will be waiting for my report in his manor in southern Old Grove. That's exactly where I wanted to be. Actually, I like the coat.
No matter how much of this I chug down, the visions always return.
Dear Mr. Reader, I understand you are the private eye that caught the murderer in the port. My life is in danger and I cannot trust anyone in this city. Please come to my room, which is just opposite yours. I am in despair. My studies have drawn the attention of foul forces. They stalk me and will take me soon. I have cast my lot and I'm beyond saving, but the 7 books must be saved at any cost, even if I'm confined by no star. This knowledge must not be lost, and I could be God lost in our enlightenment. Please be the bearer of this light, for I have failed. Okay? All that we see or seen is just a dream within a dream.
Never again, they say. Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis, brothers.
No, exactly the same to USS Cyclops. I only remember the screams and metal cracking, water filling with death and my headache. The worst I've ever had. I found myself among a floating seaweed, drowning. A nearby piece of a boat having survived and I reached the shore. A small island. They found me on it, starving, half mad and babbling about the ancient ruins under denizens. The officials said none of what I thought I'd seen was real, but my memories are true. My strange powers gained after the ordeal grew over it. I found something horrible on that island, something old, dark, sleeping, and still haunts me. Mr. Reed, you were aware of a poor man who threatened one of my kind men. I feel I have to pay the debt to you. This is a friendly piece of mine. Run, save your life, and then draft it into my debts. Don't dig into it, stupid. They are not worth it. There's nothing good left here. I believe you can find a way to escape. Please heed my words. Louis Flint. Mr. Reed, it seems that you overexaggerated yourself while conducting an investigation of Mr. Trogmorton. Forgive me for the audacity, but I brought you to Devil's Reed while you were unconscious. Please take more care of yourself in the future. I won't be there for you every time you hunt. Okay. Small. Let's do it. Oh, I'm guessing that's it for now. See you all later.